Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
I'm going to put some protective tape along the edges of the bumper and the fender, so that while we're handling the bumper, we're going to avoid scratching up the paint. Just repeat this for the other side. So take the front bumper off. You don't have to have the car in the air, but it does make it easier for us to show you what we're doing. You're going to remove this 10mm bolt here. There's one here. Follow them right across the front. One here, here, another one here, and this one over here. Use a 10mm socket. They do have a spot in them for a Phillips head screwdriver, but the socket makes it a little bit easier. To remove these lower splash shields, I'm going to remove the other 10mm bolts. One over here. I'm going to remove these bolts here. Somebody probably replaced these with aftermarket ones. They're most likely going to be 10mm like the other ones, but on this car, they're a 1/4 inch. On each side of the bumper is a small plastic clip. You use a flat bladed screwdriver to turn it 90 degrees to unlock it. We can use a plastic prying tool like the ones you can get from 1aauto.com to pry it out. Put that aside so we don't lose it. And that's what's holding in the bumper to this fender liner. Once you remove this pin, you gotta move up here and you can pull down the fender liner. There's a hidden fastener up here. It's 10mm. Also has a Phillips head screw head to it, but I'm gonna use the 10mm socket because it's easier. I'll remove it. Repeat this for the other side. Bolt might be a little rusty underneath. I'm going to spray some rust penetrant. Take our 10mm socket and remove it. This is one single bolt that is holding on this entire metal support that's on the top of the bumper. On both sides of this bumper, there's a screw with sort of a rubber cap around it and a bunch of these push pins. This larger one here attaches to the headlamp assembly. It's actually broken on our vehicle, so it needs to be pushed out so the bumper can come apart. I'm going to leave this one in here because it's already broken. We're going to remove this, and then the other side I will push this pin out. I'm using a Phillips head screwdriver. Feels pretty rusty. I'm going to use some rust penetrant in there. See how the top of this bumper is now loose, so it's come off of this metal bracket. And it should be pinned into here on the headlight, but this part of the headlight is actually broken off. I need to push this pin out. It's gonna be pretty difficult where it's like a flush mounted pin. So I'm gonna take a plastic prying tool that you can get from 1aauto.com. I'm gonna push it in here and try to pry up on that. It work, might not work. Might just take a very small flat-headed screwdriver, go up in here, and that actually did the trick. So that will be loose from the headlight assembly. Now I do need to remove this screw. With all the fasteners removed, the bumper should unclip from the body. You have to give it a bit of a pull. It's going to pull off of this bracket. It snaps into here. It's going to actually sit on top of those metal brackets on the top of the bumper, so that's okay. Do the same on this side. Just kind of reach your hands underneath, get a firm tug. With it loose, you can lift the whole bumper off. To remove the upper grille, there's a small Phillips head on this side, and a small Phillips head on this side. I'll start by removing those. There are some push tabs all around the edge of the grille. So up here, here, here. A couple of them are broken off. So let's start over here. Push them in. Try to get these upper ones started. They get a bit of flex to them. These ones over here. I'm just bending them up and then pushing them out. I'm going to take a flat-bladed screwdriver, sort of bend the tabs out a little bit, and push. Push it out with my fingers. So that one's loose. Just go right down the line. Start to get easier as they come out. Got all these lower ones, so it's just these two up top here. That one's loose. The grill will come out. I'll reinstall the grill. Gonna line it up in the opening. You just kind of reach through with your fingers, start to pull it in. It'll start to snap in. The top one's lined up here. It's all snapped into place. Reinstall the Phillips head screws. Grill is installed. We'll reinstall the bumper. We'll hang it on the top brackets. This is why we put tape, so as we're moving around, we don't scratch anything. This can be pushed back into the bracket now. Same for the other side. Install the push clips, go into the headlamp. And reinstall these little rubber bumpers that have bolts in them, a Phillips head screw. Reinstall the bolt on the top of the bumper. Here we install these plastic locks. They went in this way and then turned. Install the self-tapping screw that's up here behind the fender liner. Reinstall the locking clip. Reinstall the self-tapping screw that's behind the fender liner. Reinstall the splash shield. Slide up into the bumper. Install the other half. This piece went up into here. Just reinstall whatever hardware that's original to the vehicle that you took out here. Peel off all the tape we're using to protect the bodywork.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.